The city woke up before the sun, filled with noise, rush, and tired faces moving toward another long day. At the old railway station, people walked quickly, dragging bags, checking watches, and avoiding eye contact. Near a broken pillar on the cold floor sat a beggar, silent and still, as if he was part of the station itself. His clothes were torn, his skin darkened by dust and sun, and his hand shook slightly as he stretched one forward, not to demand, but to hope. People passed him without slowing down. Some looked away in discomfort. Some pretended to be busy on their phones. A few dropped coins without stopping, without seeing his face. Every time a coin touched the ground, he whispered thank you, even when no one heard. His eyes followed each person, not with anger, but with a quiet question, asking if today someone might see him as human. Once he was not invisible. He had a small home where light entered through open windows and laughter filled the rooms. He worked hard, returned tired but proud, and held his child in his arms at night. He believed that as long as he worked honestly, life would remain kind. But life does not always keep promises. One night, rain fell heavily, the road was dark, and a sudden accident stole everything from him. In a single moment, his family was gone. The house became silent, the walls heavy with memories. Friends visited at first, then slowly disappeared. Words of sympathy replaced real help. Bills increased, strength faded, and hope slipped away quietly. Grief did not shout at him. It sat beside him every day, draining his will to stand. He stopped caring about himself, then stopped caring about the world. One day, with nowhere else to go, he sat at the railway station just to rest. Hunger made him return the next day and the day after that. Slowly, without realizing it, he became a beggar, someone people stepped around instead of looking at. That afternoon, the sun burned fiercely and his stomach ached with hunger. He had eaten nothing since the previous day. Trains arrived and left, carrying people to better places while he remained still. Then he noticed a man walking toward the platform, tall and confident, wearing a clean suit and polished shoes. The beggar watched him closely and thought that maybe this man would help, maybe today would be different. With great effort, he raised his hand and spoke in a weak voice, asking for anything. The man stopped. The crowd expected him to walk away like the others, but instead he looked directly at the beggar's face. Not quickly, not with pity, but with attention. He asked how long the beggar had been there. The beggar replied softly that he no longer remembered. The man lowered himself slightly so they were almost at the same level and asked what had happened. The beggar hesitated, his throat tightening as pain rose to the surface. Tears escaped his eyes as he spoke about his family, his work, and the night that took everything from him. He admitted that he did not choose this life, that he simply became tired of fighting alone. The noise of the station faded as the man listened silently, without interruption, without judgment. When the beggar finished, the man placed money gently into his hand, not thrown, not dropped, but placed with care. He told him to eat and reminded him that pain does not decide a person's value. When the beggar asked why he was helping him, the man replied that once, when he was invisible, someone had helped him too. The man walked away, disappearing into the moving crowd, but his words remained. That night, the beggar ate warm food, and for the first time in years, he felt something stronger than hunger. He felt hope. Small and fragile, but alive. The next morning, he did not sit in the same place. He stood up and walked to nearby shops, asking for small work. Many refused, some laughed, but one agreed. The work was hard, the pay was little, and his body ached, but his heart felt lighter. Each day, he returned to work, earning his food with effort and dignity. Weeks passed, then months. His clothes became cleaner, his eyes brighter, and his back straighter. The place where he once begged stood empty. People noticed that the beggar was gone, replaced by a man who worked and greeted others with a quiet smile. One evening, as he finished his work at the station, he saw the same man again, walking toward the platform in a clean suit. Their eyes met. This time, the former beggar walked forward confidently and thanked him for reminding him that he was human. The man smiled and replied that he had simply helped him remember his own strength. The train arrived, the doors closed, and the man disappeared once more. Life at the station continued as always, fast and careless. But one life had changed forever, because sometimes all a broken soul needs is not money or miracles, but one moment of kindness, one moment of attention, and one moment of being seen.